Joining us now is Frye, the Director of Optum Advisory Services and the co-chair and co-founder of the HIMSS African American Special Interest Group, and Danielle Siarri, who is a nurse informatics specialist who's also on the board of HIMSS African American Special Interest Group. And with me is Susan Morse, who is my co-host and editor of HIMSS Media. You two, we could talk about your work in data, we could talk about being a nurse and being a consultant, but we're not going to. I want to hear more about the Special Interest Group and what it is about.
Great. So the African American Special Interest Group is about a collaboration between the organizations that come to HIMSS and the African Americans that attend HIMSS. We want to build upon a foundation and have everyone come together and learn what the African American personnel, what they do and what the organizations do. So we can go further in the future.
Yep, so we partner up. And a lot of stuff, education. So I assist with doing like the social media, connecting people on Slack, making sure everyone has their memberships, making sure everyone signs up so they can get the emails out for the webinars. And I run the Twitter handle and the Instagram, and just really broadening the communication and basically broadening out throughout the world. So we have members that are in Africa, people maybe have gone to historical black colleges in health tech, and now they're living and working in Africa or London and France. And so I kind of gather everybody up using social media to pull us all together.
Right. And I know, Iris, you're a co-founder of this group, right?
Yes.
What prompted you to form this group? Did you have a certain incentive or something that came up that said, I need to do this?
Well, that's a very interesting story. I went to a HIMSS 6 years ago, and I walked around, and I kept on seeing the same African American faces. And I said, this is an event where you can learn so much education, so many networking opportunities. So why didn't I see the African Americans present? So I went up to somebody, and you know what they told me? They said, I don't see anyone that looks like me. I don't see any events that I go to that people that look like me are present. I don't go past the booth and the ones that are working there, they don't look like me.
You feel like a unicorn. Everyone, when they come up, they're like, I thought I was the only one. I'm the only one in my company. I'm the only one in my group. I'm the only one. And I didn't realize there were more of us to come together and do charity events, to come together, and what more can we do? And as you come together, you build more of a consensus, you build more of a body, and you can go forth and help each other out.
I can certainly speak to the whole idea of being a solo female tech entrepreneur, and certainly that feeling of loneliness that comes with, having a vision, having a dream, and kind of being in your own world, and recognizing on some level kind of the metrics are against you. And what I found in my experience is reaching out and finding other fellow female entrepreneurs, that it's a really powerful bond, and that women want to help each other. Right. Do you guys agree?
Definitely.
I definitely agree. I do meet up with a lot of women all over the world, because I travel about 30, 40 different countries. And it's so great when I find all the little unicorns and just started gathering everybody up and pulling everybody together and go, hey, I'm going to be in Finland, or hey, I'm going to be in Malta. Okay, let's meet up. What can we do? Where can we speak? Let's support this female-owned company, or let's support this, this gentleman that's created his own company and he's having his own booth, and he's only African-American having his own booth. Like, we all need to go and support. So I try to find the unicorns and bring us all together.
Right.
How many members of HIMSS are African-American?
Wow. Now, that's a question that is hard to answer.
Okay.
I will tell you one aspect. At our session last year, we had almost 700 African-American members that attended our session last year.
Excellent. Both men and women.
Both men and women.
What's interesting you say about that is they actually added on the survey, because some people from Europe asked me, why are they asking my race, when you're signing up? And the reason why they did is because we request that to try to find all the unicorns and bring everybody together, let them know that we have a group, we're having webinars, we're having discussions, we're having meetings. So I get that question a lot, is why is race important? And this is a why, so we can pull each other together and use the analytics.
Right. Because diversity in the workforce is very important, because when you have diversity, you have a very powerful workforce. And we all
have more than one point of view.
Yes.
You see often business fail when they only have a singular point of view, but when you have multiple points of view that can see a different angle of the pie that can maybe go, oh,
Right.
you know, I don't think we should do it like this. I think I have a better way. We have a broader perspective of what's going on.
Yeah.
What I think is cool about this, and Susan, I mean, I know you've been involved with this organization for a long time. When you come to a conference like this, there are people from so many different elements of the healthcare space, right? And that in itself gives a range of diverse perspectives, which is sort of what you're talking about, right? Like, what is the power of not only coming from, you know, a different element of healthcare, but also having the ability to come together, let's say, finding your own energy, your own community, and having diversity within diversity.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Well, it is within numbers.
Yeah.
It is being comfortable. It is being able to have a voice.
Yeah.
And when you have a voice, that voice is able to say, this is how I feel.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't feel comfortable saying it to you, but they may feel comfortable with saying it to her.
I'm a nurse.
And-
Everyone says everything to me. I keep everybody's secrets.
And that voice may be very powerful and may take that organization to another level with their innovation, with based upon the missions and the goals. So we are allowing that voice to be heard.
Yeah. So you two talk about the power of coming together. Can you think of a specific anecdote that would demonstrate that, an example?
I definitely can. And it is a personal one. It is about my own organization. I went to my organization and I explained to them what this group was and what it did and how important it is to sponsor it. And this is their second year that they have actually put us in a budget, and it's getting bigger and bigger. And I'm proud because today we are celebrating diversity.
And what do you think brought to the organization? Actual awareness and more understanding, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
That's great. And events, do you have any coming up?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So for the African American SIG events for this year, HIMSS 19, this is your organization and your events. We have a HIMSS, Optum is sponsoring a HIMSS networking event tomorrow. It's going to be from 6 to 7 on the exhibit floor. And that's going to be booth 5979.
So that's on Tuesday, right?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Tuesday.
We're recording,
Look,
so that's good. Let's make sure we get it right. I want everybody to show up.
We
so
definitely
Tuesday,
want everybody to show
and what
up.
time is it at?
And it is from 6 to 7.
Okay, 6 to 7 here.
Yes.
At the conference
here,
center. That's awesome.
on the exhibit floor. And also what we are really excited about is IBM Watson Health is our speakers this year for our session.
Wow.
And they will be talking about next level thinking, breaking down the barriers, because that's what we plan on teaching the HIMSS African Americans. It's time to break down the barriers.
And all are welcome.
Yeah.
All are welcome.
All are welcome. That's great. Awesome.
And happy Black History Month, so we got it all.
Yeah, great, man. That's all great.
The time is from 5:30 to 6:30.
Okay.
In room W300.
And that's Tuesday as well.
And that's, no, that's Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay, you got a Tuesday
I'm
event and
sorry.
Wednesday.
We have an event on Tuesday with Optum and Wednesday with IBM Watson Health.
Awesome.
And afterwards, we have a free networking event with IBM Watson Health. So we want everyone to come out. We
Bring
want
your business cards.
Business
bring
cards.
your best smile.
Great.
And start
Well, you guys
networking.
have 2 of them. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yes.
I'm really glad you guys came on the show, and thank you guys for making the time.
Thanks for your
Thank
time.
you guys.